Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be reviewing House of the Dragon episode, I think it's 5 or 6, let me check. Yeah, I think it's episode 5. I don't know, I've lost count, but I'm enjoying the show. So basically last episode ended with a lot of different repercussions. I'm going to try not to spoil things, and it's very Game of Thrones fashion to take something that is already horrible and tragic and really emotional and hard for me to watch, because I've gotten more emotional the older I've gotten. So like when I first started watching Game of Thrones, I was kind of unfazed by it, and it was like me reacting as a fangirl, but like I'm more emotional these days. I cry more easily, whatever, I don't know. Anyways, so emotional stuff happened at the end of last episode, and there has been bad consequences on both sides of this conflict. But Rhaenyra's side kind of took the low blow, I will say, and it really made me upset. And then this episode, in typical Game of Thrones fashion, they have to make a tragedy worse. And for me, I don't know how not to spoil this, so if you don't want spoilers for episodes 4 and 5 of House of the Dragon, then mute it and I'll let you know when you can play it again. So, spoilers. Basically, the dragon fight at the end of the last episode resulted in Rhaenyra's aunt and Rhaenyra's aunt's dragon dying. I think it's Rhaelys and Meleys is the dragon. So, very horrible death. The dragon death itself was brutal. I mean, Vhagar, the big dragon, grabbed Meleys's neck and was like suffocating her, and she like whirled around and was like making these sounds, and it was emotional and gut-wrenching. So, in this episode, the freaking Kingsguard guy, I hate Criston Cole or something like that. I hate him. He cuts off Meleys's head and parades the dragon head through the city to like show their victory. And it's just like, did we really need to see that? Like, I was eating too, so that didn't help. And it was just like, it's so emotional because like I really felt like the grief of losing Meleys, and then of course Rhaelys, or Rhaenyra's aunt, died as well. So it's like really emotional and stuff. And so it's like, it was really hard to watch, and it was really emotional. All right, you can come back if you don't want spoilers. Anyways, so that kind of backfired because the people didn't respond as well as he'd hoped. So because of that, Aegon is out of commission. I won't say how or anything else, but there's some twist with that. His brother Aemond is kind of getting what he wants and being put on the throne temporarily until we know for sure whether his brother's going to make it or not. Rhaenyra's council is still kind of like ignoring her, and they don't want her to like lead the battles and everything else, and it's getting to the point where they don't have a lot of dragons and she may have to go fight. Her son really steps up in this episode. So Jacaerys, they call him Jace. I have a character named Jace, selfless plug. Immortal Kickstarter is going on right now too, but by the time you guys are watching this, it won't be going on. Anyway, so he makes the deal with the twins, and they want Harrenhal in order to like give Rhaenyra their support and stuff. And so he kind of makes this underhanded deal, which Daemon's not gonna like, because Daemon's currently at Harrenhal trying to repair the darn thing. He's still just going crazy because of this woman who's like a witch type character, and he's having hallucinations, and there was a bad scene that we had to skip. It was completely unnecessary, and I heard in somebody else's review that the bad scene took place with his mother, and it was kind of like a hallucination memory, so it's like, it's just weird. So we skipped that whole thing. It was unnecessary and everything. But he needs to get his crap together. So he tried to get the Blackwoods and the Brackens like all under his banner, and it's confirmed that he's not doing it for Rhaenyra, he's doing it for himself. So his plan is to rule as king, and if Rhaenyra would submit, she'd be by his side. So he's not doing it for her to be queen. So that's a bit of a problem. And the Brackens and the Blackenwoods, whatever they were, I get them too mixed up. They made the names really too close. But his whole plan was to kidnap, because he threatened to burn them, and they're like, we don't care. and they were just unafraid of the dragons. Why or how, I don't know, but because of that, their valor and bravery, he wanted men like that to fight for him. So he starts brutalizing their people, kidnapping their children, hurting their women, that sort of thing, to force their hand, and it really backfires on him. So he's being an idiot right now, but he's still trying to get Harrenhal for himself, all the men in the Riverlands and all that stuff. And again, Jacaerys just made the deal so that the people at the Twins would end up with Harrenhal in exchange for passage through the Twins to the Riverlands. And he's fully expecting Daemon to just submit. On top of that, Rhaenyra sent one of the guys on the council that's kind of giving her a hard time. She sends him to go check up on Daemon and see whether he's actually fighting for her or for himself. So I don't think that's going to go over well. Either the guy is going to get killed by Daemon, or he's going to turn against Rhaenyra and support Daemon, which is not going to be good either way. So that's my prediction. Honestly, all of the episodes so far have just been like cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger. They've all been super intense. We haven't had a break. This episode felt a little slower, but that's because we had a break. Like, it was just like the accumulation of like everything that had happened before it. And then it still ended on that hook, because they need more dragons, and Jacaerys had an idea for how they could get riders for the 2 dragons that they have that are sleeping, that are the bigger. So, and that would be their only hope against Vhagar. So I'm interested to see where that goes. I won't spoil the plan, but it's pretty interesting, and I'm interested to see if they bring in some new characters as the new writers and stuff. So overall, I liked this episode. It did feel a little slower, so I would say maybe 4.5 stars instead of 5 stars, but there was nothing really to complain about. And I feel like the pacing actually did need kind of a slower episode like this, because it's just been like boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I hate Sir Criston Cole. I hate Aemond. I hate Vhagar, the big dragon. I hate what they did. So yeah, I just hate everything. And Alicent, basically the council on her side in King's Landing voted for Aemond to be the king, the temporary king, and to rule in his stead. And she was hoping to rule, so she just got completely ignored, basically. So yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more writing and reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in the meantime, if you liked my review of this episode of House of the Dragons, then stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm sure it's going to be great, and you guys don't want to miss my review on it.